Good morning, Big Brother fans. It is Monday, July 27th, day 21 in the Big Brother house. And we had our tea party yesterday. Let's talk about it. We'll talk about the power veto as well. The power veto meeting is going on as I record this. So we know what's going to happen as far as nominations go. We don't know what kind of drama is going to happen. We'll find out about that in a bit. And I'll let you know probably tomorrow. So the tea party happened. As I said, it was likely to happen. They were working for it. Camus was planning on doing it, and he did indeed have his part. Now, I say he was having the tea party. No, what it was, again, was Mallory, among others, decided to have a little formal tea party in the backyard yesterday. A very nice little fun thing we're going to do, and everyone's going to dress up. And then Camus decided that, hey, why don't I stir things up, and I'm going to call out Jason in front of everybody because I need a reason to make him the renom tomorrow. And the reason will be that I will call him out and say, you lied to me. You told everybody else that you would work with them and do what they wanted. As far as the other nominees, like, I will save you, I will save you, I will save you, and I will do whatever Camus wants. So The tea party went off normally, and again, Dee and Drew were aware this was going to happen, and they were both okay with it, knowing that it would cause more chaos, and that is all Dee and Drew want, is tons and tons of chaos. The more chaos, the less likely they are going to be the targets of an eviction, right? As long as everybody's fighting, why do they care about the people that are, survivor stars or, previous winners of a reality TV show. So the tea party happened. Everyone was nice and cordial. They had little finger foods outside. They were sitting all around by the outside seating area in the backyard and going around talking about things that either are embarrassing or confessions. It was just kind of just general chit chat, and you could tell we were all watching, and we all knew that Camus was waiting for his moment to do this, and Dee had said, please just don't do it right away. Please give us a little bit of time to enjoy the tea party before you ruin it, right? Not ruin it, but blow it up. And so Camus did. He kept waiting. Actually, there was a lot of speculation that he might not even blow it up. But those thoughts were quickly done away when he did indeed pause, start to talk. Actually, it was kind of funny if you go back and watch it. And I have posted most of it, well, not even most of it, probably half of it online because it went on for over 45 minutes, and I think I posted about 25 minutes of it because at one point at the very end, Devin said, tea party adjourned, and I kind of cut it there because then it continued on with long moments of awkward silence and just all kinds of stuff for another 20 minutes. But at one point, Camus said, well, I've got something to talk about. And then he proceeded, and he had practiced this all day long. He proceeded to praise everybody for their gameplay, praise Mallory for her lyric for winning, and praising, I think, Melody for coming in second. Did she? I don't even know. No, Melody isn't playing. I don't remember. But he was very well rehearsed. The guy is used to speaking in front of people and has worked on it. And he put on quite the little show. And then he praised Jason for, then he said, and Jason came to me and Jason promised that he would do whatever I want. And then I found out that Jason had also promised a bunch of other people. That's when he let it loose. And it really didn't go over as hard as I think he hoped it would, because the first thing happened was Latrice chimed in and said, well, Jason never promised me anything. So, that kind of did a little bit, but Camus wasn't going to be stopped, and he just kept going and kept going. And of course, Jason got defensive but calm. He stayed calm through most of it. It just I know even online people are like, Jason shut Camus down, but it's like, yeah, but it didn't matter. It doesn't matter because in the end, he's gonna, as we're speaking right now, or as I'm speaking right now, Camus is putting Jason up on the block, and Jason will be on the block on Thursday, and he will have to win the blockbuster in order to not be evicted on Thursday night. And if he wins the blockbuster, then he's going to have to win head of household almost assuredly, or else he'll be probably nominated again next week. And so it's just, it was fun to see, but it was not great to see in other ways. There's a lot of strong sentiment in the Blue Sky community and elsewhere that Camus is, let's say there's thoughts that he's not very LGBTQ friendly. He's never said he isn't. He said a few things that people have found questionable. He's in a very masculine, his MMA fighting stuff. He did say that he didn't want to dress up in drag because that isn't a good image for him, and yet he had to wear a tutu in a competition recently, so people enjoyed that little fact. But I just don't think anyone's going to get the satisfaction from Camus that I can never say his name right, that they're hoping to get. He's going to come out of this fine in his world. He's not going to make maybe any new fans, but he's going to be fine in his world because he is very professional in the way he handles these things. So I hate to be the one that kind of burst the bubble for people that are all excited about, Camus getting dressed down, but it's just not going to happen. That's it. But his little story went on. His thing, his setup of Jason. Jason fought back a little bit. Nobody else chimed in for the most part. Angela chimed in a little bit, kind of accusing Jason of saying things. Latrice kind of defended Jason in a little bit, but also Latrice was making it about her because, she was one of the other people that Camus had said, well, your name came up, and of course she's one of the nominees, right? So she's worried. So that was the tea party. It as I said, it went on for like 45 minutes, if not an hour. At one point, Taylor actually got up and left and went and took a shower, changed into more comfortable clothes, and came back out and sat down. Nobody else had left that entire time. She was gone for like 20 minutes. It was after, I think, Devin said, meeting adjourned or whatever. So that's how long it went on for. So the next thing to talk about, as far as a recapping of what happened yesterday, would be fast forward to 2:30 in the morning, and I was watching because I was up late. I was watching, and Latrice had gotten up and gone to the restroom, and suddenly along behind him comes Jason. Sorry, comes Jason, and I think it was Camus and Drew maybe that were talking. Were they the ones talking in the kitchen? I know Drew was one of them, but they're talking in the living room or in the kitchen. And Latrice comes back out of the bathroom, and then shortly after, Jason comes out and he starts digging around in the kitchen in the cabinets and stuff. And he comes out, the long story short, he comes out with a teapot actually, and a spoon, a wooden spoon, and says, something like, "This will do nicely," and starts banging it a few times. And then he goes back to bed. And he basically, the whole gist of it is he's now decided, and he tells us the next day, and I'm skimming over some of this because he did wake up some people, but he only did it for a brief second last night. But he basically is calling out the tea. And so anytime he sees people conspiring or plotting, he has pledged that he is going to bang the pots and pans and call out the tea to Camus to let him know that people are plotting, because Camus kind of called him out for plotting and scheming behind his back. So now he's going to call everybody else out. And Jason is also calling Camus queen and girl. And he's calling him female names because he thinks that will get under Camus' skin. I just don't think Camus is going to give him the satisfaction of letting him know. So one of the positives about having older people play is you get maybe a bit more cutthroat, a bit less emotion in some ways, but in the other ways, you get less emotion in things. And Camus is not going to let Jason get to him that way. He knows how to, fight a fight, and he's just not going to give him that. And he is just going to laugh it off and grin and bear it and go along with it. He did say he wants to steal Jason's spoon so that he has nothing to bang. He doesn't want to steal the pot. He just wants to steal the spoon, which, come on, think about it. Jason will just get something else to bang against it. But we'll see if that happens. So that's the major developments. As I said, as I speak right now, the Power Veto meeting is still going on. But when it comes back, we expect Lyric to have taken herself off the block and Jason to be up in his place. And then we're going to go forward to Thursday. And we're going to have lots of little drama from Jason between now and then. But I just don't think there's going to be that reaction that Jason is hoping for. But CBS will wind it into a good storyline, and they'll take up most of Wednesday's show, probably showing it, if not some of Thursday's. So that's what's going on, guys, on a Monday. Hope you're having a good day, and we will talk to you guys tomorrow with the fallout from the Power Veto meeting and anything else that's happened. All right? Take care, everybody, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.